So hi guys, welcome to Pydjango Tutorials. So in this video we will create a link preview, that is as soon as the user submits the link or enter the link in this input field, we will scrape that link or we will do web scraping on that link, and we will fetch some basic data such as link and the description of the link and first image that we will get from the link, and we will sort of generate a link like just like most of the apps out there do, like Facebook or Telegram does. So let me show you what I mean by this. So I have a link, and let's say this is the link, and I want to simply fetch the title of the page, description of the page, and first image that I get from the page, and I want to generate a little preview of the link. Now this is the link, and as soon as I uh, focus it out of this input field, the Ajax call is made to the server, and that's how the data is fetched using the library called beautifulsoup, which is very famous Python library for scraping the web data, and also with the help of the request module. So let's just focus it out of this input field and see what is the result. So a little spinner has appeared, and as soon as the data is fetching is complete, we get this data, this card, along with the title of the page. This is the title, and along with the description of the page, and the first image that is on the page, that is this Django-Ajax. So this is what we will be creating in this video, and please like, share and subscribe, and let's get started with the video. So let's start with a brand new project. I'm gonna name it link preview django-admin start project link preview. Yes, I thought so. Link preview. We cannot use dash, so folder is created with the name link preview. Let's move into this directory and create our app, django-admin start app. I'm gonna name it preview. So here it is, app is created. Let's register this app, preview. Let's do the configurations for template, import os.path.join is dir, comma templates. Let's also create this template directory, templates, and create a HTML file. We only need one HTML file for this project, so I'm gonna name it index.html. Let's do the basic configurations for HTML file. That is, I need bootstrap. We need that for the project. So let me grab the links for the bootstrap. Okay, so we also need jQuery. So here it is. I have all the links. You can get this link from my GitHub repo. The code is already posted there. Okay, that's it. That's it for now. Our templates. Let's get on with our backend that we need. So for scraping the data from the web, I'll be using beautifulsoup library, a very popular library for web scraping, written in Python. So let's first install it. Sorry. Pip install beautiful soup 4. Okay, so requirements are already satisfied. That is it. It is already installed in my virtual environment. We also need request module, and that is, I think, already installed because we have used it in earlier projects. So let's get started with our project. So let's open our views.py file. Let's import basic things that we need. We are not creating any models and all. We are just getting the link from the user, and just we will simply preview, give the preview of that link. Like, we will simply fetch title, description, and the first image we will get from the web page. That's it. That's all we need. So let's import request module. Also import from PS4 import beautiful soup, and for later we also need JSON response. Actually, I'm importing it now only. JSON response. Now let's create a function def generate preview. Request. For scraping the data, we need to get we first need to provide headers. So I already have code for that. It's just a dictionary with bunch of data that we have to provide. So let me just grab that. I won't be typing it out here. We'll just it is just time consuming, and you can obviously copy it from GitHub. So this is what I was talking about, headers data that we need to set and pass on with the URL. Now URL that I will be using, you can obviously use any URL, but I will be using the URL of my blog that I write on Medium. So let me just get the link first. Here it is. So this is the URL that I was talking about. Now just simply make the request. So req equals to requests dot get URL with headers, and then get the HTML data. Beautiful soup request dot content and HTML parser. For now, let's just simply print this data and see what we get. Print HTML and just simply return the page. Return render. Template name is index.html, and context we will pass this URL only. Okay, now let's give the URL mapping from preview.views import generate preview path generate preview name equals to preview. Okay, that's it. That's what we have to do. Let's just run the server and see everything is working or not. So python manage.py run server. Let me get the window. So it's working, and as you can see, whole HTML data has been printed here. HTML parser, that is, whole code has been printed here. So yeah, it's working. We can also just simply render that URL that we were passing from the view. This is the URL. Okay, so till now it's working. Let's get ahead. Okay, so now we will create a form with the input field where user can enter the URL that he wants to see the preview of, and we will send a AJAX request as soon as the focus is out of the input field. As soon as the focus is out, we will send a AJAX request, and we will we will get title of the page, link, image of the page, and description of the page, and then render it to the template. So this is what we're gonna do. Before that, we will create some functions to fetch the title and the description and the image. So let's create those functions. Let's name it simply title, and let's give HTML as a parameter. And if title is none, so if let's say title is none, okay, let's give the function name get title, and if title is none, if HTML dot title dot string, that is, if title is present in the page, then get the title. So title equals to HTML dot title dot string elif if HTML dot find, that is, if simply title is not present, we will find it with a property, that is meta, and property equals to OG title. Then title will be HTML dot find meta comma property equals to OG title. If title is Twitter title, so I'm gonna just copy it, paste it one more time, that is, if title is Twitter title, so we will set our title as Twitter title. And here we also have to get the content, so dot get content, and here also dot get content. And if, let's say, title is not at all present in the page, then we will simply find the first h1 tag and represent it as the title of the page, or send it to the request as the title of the page. So we will find h1 tag, and title equals to HTML dot find so if title is not at all present, we will simply get the h1 tag, and we will fetch it with string, and we will simply then return this title. Now for description also, function will be pretty similar, so I'm just copying it, and let's paste it, and instead of get title, it will be get description, and here it will be description instead of title, and here also description. And we actually don't need this first if, because title is not itself present in the page, so we will find it with description, and this should be if description, and lastly we will not find h1, but instead we will find t. So if no description is present at all, we will just grab the first paragraph tag and we will return description. Before that, we need one more simple property. So let's give this ellipse and let's paste this, and this should be simply description, like this. Let's remove it from here, and this is the function for the description, and similarly we will create function for the image. So I'm gonna copy this whole function, let's paste this. It's pretty similar, and this will be image. Let's copy image and change it wherever it is necessary. Image, 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 image. If no image is present, then we will simply grab the first image tag and also src must be true, that is source of the file should be present, otherwise there is no use of fetching the image tag. We will get src, and here we will have to return image. So these three functions are title, description, and image that we have to implement to fetch the title of the page, description of the page, and image of the page. Now we will make Ajax request. First let's create the form for getting the input URL from the user. So actually I have code for that. I have already done the styling, so let me just grab that. You can get it from my GitHub. So let's paste it here. So this is an inside container, a bootstrap class, form method post. This is the form URL address. Before that, let's first create a simple function to render the page, and this function will be called when Ajax request is made. So request render return render index.html. okay, that's it. And in URLs index, and this also should be index. And for generating, we will give this a name preview, generate preview, name equals to preview. Okay, here it should be comma. Now that's it with our views. We'll come back to it later when we have successfully made a Ajax call. Now what we need is, as soon as the focus is out, before that let's actually check how our form is looking, or the page is rendering or not. Let's just refresh it, and this is what we have created. So once the data is fetched successfully, we will make this progress bar invisible. Like this is, and like when cursor is on the input field, this is focus in, and when it is out, this is focus out. So as soon as the focus is out, we will send the Ajax request to the server, and that's how we will fetch the data. So let's get started with that. Let's create a script, and like what's our ID? It's ID link. So I'm using jQuery for that. ID link dot focus out. So as soon as focus is out, implement a function, and let's get the link that user has entered. This dot val now. As soon as we get this link, we will make an Ajax call. So URL will be preview data will be this link. That's what we need to send to the server. So data will be link. Data type will be JSON. We will implement a function before send. That is what happened just before the Ajax call is made. We will also implement a function when Ajax call on success of Ajax call, the success function. So, and we will get the response from the server, also error. So on error, we will simply print the error, and for now on success, we will simply print the data. So log response. Okay, so for now that's all we have to do for Ajax. Now let's come back to our views and get this data. So link will be request dot get, and we are sending link. As you can see here, this link, that's what we are getting here. And as soon as we get this link, we don't need this URL now, because request will be made to that link along with these headers. And now we will use those functions that we have created, and also we don't need this. Let's remove the print statement. Now we have HTML, so let's create a dictionary metadata, and let's send title. So title will be get title HTML, also description. Let's just write DESC, get description, and image. So get image. Okay, so as soon as we get this data, we will return a JSON response with this. metadata. So that's all we have to do. Now let's just okay, so now we should test this out and see if it is working or not. So let's just refresh it and let's inspect the page console. It's okay, first let me grab the URL. So here is the URL, and as soon as the request is made, you can see we get the title of the page, description of the page, and image, that is first image from the page. So till now it's working, and now we have to simply render this data in the desired location, that is title in the place of title and image in the place of image. So let's do that. Let's grab the necessary things that we need. So we need title. So for title, document dot get element by ID, and ID is, I think, title. Okay, let's just copy it and paste it a bunch of times. Okay, so we also need description, that is DESC. Here you can see ID is DESC. Preview image, also we need link BTN, ID is link BTN. We also need card, and ID is card div. We also need loader, and ID is loader, I think so. Okay, so I've already given the class not visible and made it display as none. We will made it visible in the JavaScript code. So as soon as the request is made, that is just before the request is sent, we will made our loader invisible again. Sorry, made our loader visible again. So loader dot class list dot remove, sorry, not visible, and as just before the request we will made a card invisible. So card dot class list dot add not visible, and let's get the title at the place of title. So title dot inner HTML equals to response dot title. Similarly, DESC dot inner HTML response dot DESC. These are the keys we are sending from our views: this title, DESC, image, and image dot src equals to response dot image and link btn dot href equals to link. And as soon as the call is made, that is call is successful, we will made our loader invisible again, not visible, and just after the call is successful we will made our card visible again. Classless dot remove not visible. Okay, so that's all we have to do. Let me just copy the link and just test this out. Okay, let's test this out. Let's enter the URL. And as soon as the focus is out, Ajax call will be made, loader will appear, and as soon the call is successful, loader will disappear itself. So as you can see, loader has appeared for a few seconds, and as soon as the data is scraped, loader is invisible and card is made visible. So let me just grab another link and we can test this out again. Okay, so here is the link to my another blog, and you can see I paste this link and let's focus it out. So you can see loader has appeared, and as soon as the call is successful, card is updated with new data and old data is gone now. So this is how we can create a preview for the link that is given by the user. So that's for this video, and I hope you like the video. By the way, all this code you can get from the GitHub link that will be in description, so don't worry about that. And please guys, do like, share and subscribe, and share it as much as possible so that you can support the channel also. Till then, goodbye. Yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys.